Hi, everybody. This is Shaylon. Happy July 4th weekend. I hope everybody's safe and enjoying themselves. It's been a few days since I've last did a video blog, but today I decided that I would do my blog on my personal body battle. I guess this is just my way of seeing if there's anybody else out there that can kind of relate and to prove to you guys that I do know what it's like to struggle, maybe in a different way, and maybe I handled it a little bit differently, or it came at me in a different, way, but I do know how it feels, and it's not fun. Um, as a child, I was always really skinny, wasn't always an athlete, so I didn't really have any weight issues necessarily. I was typically comfortable with, my body for the most part. But probably about sixth or seventh grade, I switched schools and I played sports. And there was this one experience where I was at a practice, basketball practice, and we were stretching as normal. I was wearing some shorts, they were a little bit above, they were above my knees. So, um, and we were all sitting in a circle. And I noticed two of the girls were just talking and looking at me and giggling. And I didn't think nothing of it. I just figured, because one of them I didn't get along with anyway, so I just figured she was just causing unnecessary drama or whatever. And she really thought she was, Miss Everything. So I kind of ignored it, but they kept doing it, and they did it for a while. And finally, like, maybe on purpose or not on purpose, I heard one of them whisper or say in a low voice, that I had stretch marks on my thighs and that it was ugly. And so I didn't say anything to them. At that age, I wasn't really, I wasn't one to stand up for myself. I kind of just allowed things to happen. And it sucks because it's not fun to allow things to happen. Um, but I did. And so I kind of went home and thought about it. I didn't really understand what was so funny about it. I didn't understand, like, what it really meant to have stretch marks. I guess I didn't really have the understanding. But it made me more self-conscious, and it kind of changed my perspective of myself. And I started looking all over my body for different flaws. It was, I didn't think, hey, if I, I was thinking like, well, if I have it here, where else do I have it? Where else am I, screwed up? And it, something small like that affected me in a different way, ongoing from that situation, I was very self-conscious because I constantly thought somebody was thinking or going to say something or make light of something about my body, and I became very frustrated with it. I wanted it to be perfect, and I didn't know what perfect was, so it was kind of just like a mere thought. And ongoing up to high school, it was just comments about, do I eat, or, wow, you're really, skinny, and, you don't think nothing of it. But sometimes it affects you because it didn't just happen, with the people that I went to school with. There was sometimes where, my family, my mom's friends would make light of it, like, oh my gosh, she's skinny, does she eat? And it was just like, it's one of those things where you didn't think nothing of it. You thought being skinny, you thought being thin at that time was good. You thought it was okay. You didn't think that was bad. And then it makes you reevaluate your life. And so I went on, and after ninth grade, I moved again. And again, my body became, everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's super skinny. Does she eat? Oh my gosh, you have no butt. Oh my gosh, you have small tits. It was like I was constantly getting beaten down, and it was like nothing came from being skinny. It was like it was all bad. Like everybody was just annihilating me. And, it made me feel very uncomfortable. And I continued playing sports. It didn't keep me from playing sports, but it kept me from feeling fairly confident in how I look. I mean, it really took a toll on me. I think the only time I got a break was probably my senior year when I moved to Colorado. Was the only time I got a break. I don't believe anybody made light of my body then, thankfully. But I mean, yeah, it was a constant. So in college, I stopped caring about my body. Freshman year of college, I stopped caring pretty much. I stopped, taking it any type of serious, and I started to want to do other things that weren't necessarily so healthy, like, eat out, go drink, stuff like that. That's typical. And so, I thought, well, all this time I've been eating whatever I want, what's the worst that can happen? And so after freshman year, life was, I ended up moving back to Ohio, where I am now, and I went to school again at another college. And basically, I just kept on doing what I wanted. I ate out a lot. I didn't cook. I just didn't think nothing of my body at the time. Well, holidays came around, random visiting with my family came around, and everybody started making light of my body again. And this time it wasn't, oh my gosh, does she eat? Or wow, she's really skinny. This time was, wow, you put on a lot of weight. What happened to you? Wow, yeah, I just noticed that you've gained a lot of weight. And it was just like, well, you're thinking to yourself, like, well, when I was skinny and supposedly in shape, that was everybody's punchline. Now that I've gained weight, now it's everybody's punchline. So you're just kind of stuck, like, okay, so, wow, like a double negative. And I didn't really believe it, because I was kind of in denial, like, whatever, you guys are just, I just got sick of everybody concentrating on my body. I was just like, whatever. So I didn't take it serious. And I started looking at my pictures and on the mirror more often, and I hated what I seen because I knew I gained weight. I just didn't want to admit to it. I didn't want to believe that could happen to me. And so it sucked. Okay, it sucked. I stayed away from scales for a while because I didn't want to weigh myself. Obviously, that was uncomfortable. And I was beginning to fall apart. I didn't know what to do. So my mom, my family, they just kept reminding me that, I had gained weight. It sucked. I knew it sucked, okay? And when I decided to lose weight was when I decided to change my major to exercise science. And I weighed myself, and I was 175 or 176. And I didn't know how to go about losing weight. Honestly, I didn't know. I didn't know if I even had it in me to do it. And it sucked. So my roommates and at the time and what have you, we'd run every day, probably about 5 miles or so from my house to a park or what have you. I'd go to the gym. I got a gym membership, so I'd go to the gym, work out a lot. And finally, it took me about maybe a little less than a month, maybe a month. I lost 25 pounds, 25 plus. And I was happier. I was excited. And I spread the news. Well, believe it or not, when you spread the news like that, people are happy for you. You've lost weight. Nobody no longer makes light of me being fit or skinny. Nobody ever makes light of that now. Weird how that happens. But I did it, and I was happy, and I'm still happy with myself now. And it was hard. It's hard juggling. Basically, the point is, it's hard. It's hard to be too skinny, too fat, not good enough, but could use this, and everybody's judging you left and right, and you're not happy with yourself, and it doesn't help. So I did it for me, but I also did it because I knew I had to if I was going to take this profession seriously. And as much as I was mad at people for making light of my weight, I'm happy that I have family that was willing to tell me that I was, gaining weight, because without them, I probably would have still been in denial and still lived the lifestyle that I live. And now I'm happy. You know, I cook more and I'm doing things that make me happy, and I'm eating the way I should and exercising every day. So yeah, I'm happy. But I just wanted to let you guys know you're not alone. Everybody's personal body battle is different, and it sucks. It really does suck. But we all have to get somewhere. So as much as I know it could happen again, I know that I don't want it to, so I won't allow that to happen to me again. It was a learning experience for sure. And I don't approve of other people making light of people's body. That's one of those things where I was, bullied for that. So it's kind of like it sucks, It sucks to be skinny. It sucks to be anything anymore if you're not somebody's perfect little model citizen, So yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, and hopefully you guys don't feel any pity for me or anything like that. I don't need that. I just want you guys to be strong like I was, and make a change if you don't like it. Make a change for your own health. Make a change because you want to, not because Sally over there is telling you different, or not because your family is sitting there annihilating you at a dinner table about it. Make a change because you want to make the change. You have to be able to do it yourself. They might be able to motivate you, but it has to come from you. And so it came from me, and I'm happy where I'm at now. And I want you guys to be confident and happy with where you're at. And if you're not, I want to help you get there. Sorry, my hair looks a hot mess. I just washed it and I didn't blow dry it because I'm lazy. So, yeah, that's my story. It could probably have gone a little bit longer, but I decided to save you guys a lot of details. But I'd love to hear everybody else's story if you've ever struggled with people making light of or not being good enough because of how you look. And don't be afraid to tell me. I'm not here to make judgment or to say one story is better than the other. Everybody has their personal body battle or their personal battles, period. And so know that you're not alone. I've been there, maybe a little bit differently, but I've been there, and it hurts. And even to this day, I'm now pretty obsessed with my body. I pretty much obsessed that it doesn't get over a certain weight, that it doesn't, and it affects me, and I'm trying to get better at that, but it has affected me in the long term. It really has, but I don't allow it to take over my life. So yeah, that's it. But I sorry about the sad story. I know it's 4th of July. I'm supposed to be telling you happy stories, but I felt like this was a good time to do it. So I hope that all of you guys subscribe, follow me, comment, ask me questions. It's fine. I'm an open book for the most part, and I want to get to know you guys. So please feel free to share your story as well. All right. So I love you guys. Peace out.